Hello, and welcome to the Ensemble Theater's Bold Online series. My name is Rachel Hemphill Dickson, and I bring you well wishes to you and your family from the Ensemble Theater family, particularly during this challenging time that we all are facing. Now, we are excited to have you join us for the very first reading in a series of our online readings that you can find out more information about on our website. And you will also find more information about our weekly offerings. Every week, Monday, Thursday, Friday, we offer some entertainment for you. So you can find information about that on our website as well, ensemblehouston.com. Now, we do hope that you consider donating to us as you enjoy this reading and all of the offerings we have. You can find a donate button on our Ensemble website as well. You can also find information about our Young Performers Program, which is a summer program for young people. We hope that you send your young people to us this summer. We would love to play with them a little bit in the world of theater. We also have a reading of what's called Green Book coming up. It's a play that we did this past season, and you can enjoy that play. It'll be coming up in the next few weeks, and you can find more information about that. So our website is a wealth of information, ensemblehouston.com. Now, the offering for tonight is quite ironic that we're offering it during this time with the events going on in our world right now, and it aligns very closely. So this piece is called Greenwood, An American Dream Destroyed, and it's written by Celeste Bedford Walker. Now, Miss Walker has an award-winning canon that includes over 40 plays that have been performed in major venues across the country, and she is recognized nationally for her historical works with a universal appeal embracing the human condition. Now, this piece that you are about to hear, Greenwood, An American Dream Destroyed, examines the tragedy that took place May 30th through June 1st, 99 years ago in 1921, in the highly segregated district of Greenwood in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That area was known as the Negro Wall Street. We hope that you enjoy this reading and that you join us again tomorrow at 6 p.m. to have a discussion about raising African-American girls during a pandemic, which draws very close parallels to the generational information and the generations highlighted in tonight's piece. So let's take a journey, sit back and relax, and take this journey with the Bowley family and the entire Greenwood community. Enjoy.
Cast of characters. Grandmother Bowley, played by Joyce Anastasia Murray. Frank Bowley, played by Corey Shields. Molly Bowley, played by Cynthia Brown Garcia. Solene Bowley, played by Brianna Audubons. Bill Bowley, played by Andre Neal. Della, played by Troy Coleman. Dick Rowland, played by Derek Brent. Pegleg, played by Curtis Bunn. Dr. A.C. Jackson and Leviticus Solomon, played by Taryn Gamble. Lawrence Pritchard, played by Cortez Jackson. And Maria Bonilla, played by Chiamaka. Time, May 30th through June 1st, 1921. Setting, the highly segregated Greenwood District of Tulsa, Oklahoma, known as the Negro Wall Street. Presenting Greenwood, An American Dream Destroyed, written by Celeste Bedford Walker. Prologue. Setting, Mount Zion Baptist Church.
No more auction block for me. No more, no more. No more auction block for me. Many thousands gone. Once upon a time in America, at the turn of the 20th century after slavery, Negroes acquired a strip of land on the northern banks of the Arkansas River in the Indian nation of Oklahoma. We took an unwanted section of town filled with old warehouses near the railroad tracks just south of downtown Tulsa and transformed it into a thriving community called Greenwood. I call it paradise. Some of us happened to settle on oil-rich land and became incredibly wealthy. So wealthy, in fact, that we soon aroused the jealousy of our white neighbors. But that is another part of our story, another play. As president of Greenwood's Women's Auxiliary, I have invited a New York photographer, a Mr. Lawrence Pritchard, to
reading from Molly's letter. To come to Greenwood, Mr. Pritchard, and record our meteoric success for all the world to see the enchanted place our race has created here with our drive, our industry, and our vision. Greenwood Avenue on Memorial Day. The red, white, and blue is flying everywhere. Greenwood is everything I've heard it would be, all 36 blocks of it. Well, today in 1921, it nearly rivals White Tulsa. They have created their own American dream here, I see. They have their own school system, bus line, private airplanes, theaters, hotels, groceries, doctors with ambulance services, and funeral homes, hospitals, lawyers, professionals of all kinds live here, and they have built elegant homes. Frank Bowie, a real estate magnate, and his socialite wife, Molly, have an impressive residence on North Detroit, one of the most exclusive blocks in Greenwood. Yes, Greenwood's reputation has attracted Negroes from all four corners of the United States.
We tried so hard to show ourselves approved. So on that Memorial Day evening in Mother Bowley's eating establishment, we had no way of knowing that the trouble Jimmy Jones encountered would be the beginning of the end for Greenwood. And in a mere 12 hours, our dream, your dream, the American dream would be completely destroyed. Why?
As a journalist, I am here to discover and record how and why Greenwood came to that tragic moment.
A lovely black angel dances and sprinkles a dust and places a spell over the scene, and paradise is born.
Greenwood, Greenwood, Greenwood. Say, have you heard of a little colored town?
Way down in Indian Nation on the lovely sloping ground.
With pretty little houses that you ever chance to meet.
Where not a thing but colored folks are standing in the streets.
Oh, it's a pretty town and the Negroes own it too?
With not a single white person there to tell them what to do. In
Greenwood.
Hey, kids. Can you point me in the direction of Mother Bowley's eating establishment?
Act 1, Scene 1. Setting, Miss Bowley's Meat Market and Cafe. Red brick facade, sign-in window. No smoking, no drinking, and no cussing.
Oh, Champs-Élysées, at the Champs-Élysées, in the sun, under the rain, at noon or at midnight, there's everything you want at the Champs-Élysées. Bonjour, Grandmama.
Well, good morning, Soline. Well, you did say good morning, didn't you? And what are you singing?
A French song I learned in Paris. Oh, you should see Paris, Grandmother.
Oh, baby, I'm just glad to see you back here, safe and sound. It was starting to look like you weren't ever coming back.
Grandmother, you know what I think.
What do you think, baby?
I think you should bring Mother Bowley's eating establishment into the 20th century. Yes, you should put a few small tables and chairs outside and create a whole little French section, like in Montmartre.
Like where?
Montmartre, it's where I stayed, the color section of Paris. And instead of pancakes, you should serve crepe Suzette for breakfast.
Sir, Susie, what?
Oh, grandmother, crepe Suzette's, pancakes, the French style with strawberries, and you can serve croquette monsieur.
What? Child, what is you talking about?
Eggs, cheese, and ham.
Oh, that reminds me. Bill.
Ma'am?
Son, don't forget to send a plate of meats around to old Lady Johnson. Chop it up real good for her too, because you know her teeth.
Already got them ready, Mama.
Oh, and you better fix up a plate for the Millers too. I hear they're both doing poorly.
Oh, Mama, you give away more food than we sell.
Well, I ain't gonna let nobody go hungry around here.
And crepe Suzette for everybody, Maria. Merci beaucoup. Everything you want at the Champs-Elysees.
Hey, I remember that song.
Yeah, they sung that in Paris all the time, Soline. Soldiers had their victory march down that street, Champs-Elysees. Well, the white soldiers did.
Yeah, colored soldiers lost their lives over there just like the white. But the army won't let us be a part of the victory march.
They let the African soldiers take part, though. I was down with the American army then.
Uncle Bill, how could you return to the United States after Paris? If I were you, I would have never come back. I would have stayed in Paris forever.
Well, I like France. True, though. True enough, they treated us soldiers real good. But I was homesick. I wanted to come back home, see my family. Some of the soldiers stayed over there, though. I still got friends there, and one of these days, I plan to go visit them.
How do you think I look with my hair bobbed? Grandmother, like this?
I don't think your folks would like it.
Mother and father have to realize that I'm a grown woman now. Okay, I'm 19, for goodness sakes. They can't run me all my life. They think that just because they give me all these material possessions that they can tell me what to do and even who to marry.
Baby, they just want you to have everything they didn't have coming up. Just like me. I want the best things for my children, having come out of slavery myself.
Oh, grandmother, why must we talk about slavery? It's been 50 years.
Thank God, no auction block for my boys. And I'm just saying, I want the best things for them.
Oh, I wish I was back in Paris again, but I want more than just things. I want the world. Since I've come back from Paris, I know that I can have it too. I met Negro people everywhere, from Harlem, African, the Caribbean. Look at these new books I'm reading. Gertrude Stein. Paris is not so much what Paris gives you as to what it doesn't take away. And that's what I loved about it. It didn't take away my womanhood just because I was a Negro girl. In the US, all you ever hear is white womanhood this and white womanhood that, but I felt my womanhood.
Well, womanhood, what kind of way is that for a girl to be talking who about to be married? Well, come here, child, sit down. Now you just carry on and slinging around all those big words. You know, you have to slow down for grandmother. I'm from Greenwood, Mississippi, and And don't you forget where you come from either. I'm glad you went to Paris and all, but you just calm yourself down. Now sit down and talk to grandmother. Now, what is it? Come on, I can tell something's bothering you. Is it Jimmy Jones? Oh, your mama was hoping that trip would take your mind off of him.
I know.
Did it? Now, child, now, you've got to get over that boy. Well, because mama's bound and determined for you to marry that potato farmer.
His name is Leviticus Solomon Esquire, because he's an attorney also.
Mm-hmm. Well, how did you like touring Paris with Leviticus, Solomon Esquire's family?
Well, his mother and sister were nice, kind of boring, but I liked them.
Good thing, because your mama wants you to marry into that family. Something fierce. Well, she hasn't stopped talking about their wedding ever since you left. You still planning to marry the boy, ain't you?
Oh, grandmother, I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
Well, you better try to find out, because he's on his way here now with a train load of potatoes.
I know. He sent me a telegram. I like Leviticus, but the whole month I was away in Paris without mother breathing down my neck, I felt free for the first time in my life. Free. Like I'm ready to make my own decisions.
Oh, Lord. Well, if you trying to say you're not going to marry Leviticus, I don't want to be nowhere around when you try to tell your mama that.
Oh, I wish I was in Paris again.
I'm Celine.
Riding down the Champs-Élysées.
Let's check the items again to make sure everything is here.
Past the Arc de Triomphe, the Versailles, the Var.
Coco Chanel.
The Sorbonne, the Eiffel
Elsa
Tower.
Schiaparelli, Jean Patou, the silks, the satins.
Oh, I had a splendid time.
Splendid. Celine, I'm so happy you enjoyed Paris. You see how a change of venue makes all the difference in the world? How did you enjoy traveling with the Solomon girls?
Well, actually,
Wonderful. You must marry up. The single most important decision a woman can make in life is whom she decides to marry.
I know, Mother, but I'm not.
Agree with me, Mother Bowley.
Well, sometimes our children can marry folks that we don't like at all at first. But, after a while, they can grow on you.
Exactly. Now, your father and I have the real estate holdings and, of course, the oil money. But what if the wells run dry or the price of crude drops? Even we can't provide like Leviticus Solomon Esquire can. A woman must always think of her future. Leviticus is a country gentleman. He owns the largest potato farm west of the Mississippi and thousands of acres of rich bottom land that they rent out. So their well will never run dry. He has the wherewithal to keep you in the comforts befitting your station in life.
Jimmy has potential.
Jimmy? Don't you dare mention that boy's name in the same breath with Leviticus. Potential? What kind of potential? He didn't even finish high school. I mean, the very idea. Why, every time I see him, he's surrounded by a bevy of girls. A shoeshine boy, for goodness sakes. No child of mine will struggle with the boot black no longer, no matter how much potential he has. I've tried too hard to be approved, to let my own daughter slide backwards. No. Now, considering his less fortunate background, I admit that the boy is doing the best he can for himself. But he is certainly not the best for you.
We're only friends anyway.
Friends? Ha! Maybe to you, my dear, sweet, innocent darling, but I think his attachment goes deeper than that. Your father never should have encouraged him to hang around here in the first place, but what do I know? He wants to go on and he wants to encourage him to come along with you, and I just don't understand why your father does things like this. Frank is always trying to
Celine,
get people...
Celine is one who dragged the boy in here like he was one of her play toys. Remember how they used to rip and run around here and Celine would beat him up every day? Girl, you was a holy terror. And he'd go running, crying to Frank. Mr. Frank, tell Celine not to be so mean. And Molly, you give him candy.
He is, Mother. You used to like Jimmy. What happened?
He grew up. Forget about him, Celine. We have only 3 months left before this wedding. Can you believe it? Plus, Mr. Pritchard's visit is coming up. I'm in the middle of gathering our papers and photos for him and all of the things that will be required. So much work to do. I must select the gowns that I'm going to donate to the clinic auction, but then I'll take care of all of that after the wedding. Thank God you're here to help me now. Let's go over our checklist so we can stay on track. Final review of guest list, check. Final tasting of cake, that's tomorrow. Complete the list of the people who will give toasts, check. Oh my God, look at this. This is fabulous.
Oh, here, Mother, I brought you and Grandmother gifts.
Oh, how delightful. Ah, Eau de Parfum by Chanel.
Hi, Celine.
Hi, Jimmy.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Jimmy Jones.
We are not open yet, Mr. Jones.
Yes, ma'am, I know. I'm dropping off Mr. Frank's shoes and I need to put it in order for my Aunt Damie at the bakery.
Well, you tell Damie I'm making my famous gumbo today too. That ought to give Jenkins Cafe a run for their money. Last week they had lines around the block for that smothered steak and gravy they serve. Well, let me get up from here and go check on my food. Billy, how we set for tonight, son?
We'll be ready, Mama. I'm cooking up a new barbecue sauce.
Oh yeah, we're gonna beat out them Jenkins today for sure. Tell Damie I said hello, Jimmy. Jimmy?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The baker's on the telephone about the wedding cake, Miss Molly.
Oh dear, I hope there's no problem. Maria, take Mr. Jones' order so he can be on his way, please.
Yes, Ma.
Jimmy orders with Maria, never taking his eyes off Solene.
Well, I like a nice, beautiful, sweet, lovely pound cake with just a kiss of vanilla icing.
Oh, anything else? Anything else?
No, that's all I want in the whole world.
Good morning, Jim. Be with you in a minute, son. I'm running late. Went by the house and those white hoodlums have thrown trash all over the lawn again. Molly, bring my shoes, please.
I'm on the telephone, Frank.
Hey, y'all.
Hey there, Della.
Yeah, is the Huntington order ready yet?
Good and ready. Where you headed, Dollface?
Just dropped off the girls off at the beauty shop. Got to run a few errands, then go back and pick them up. This smells so good. I can't wait to serve it. I'll tell you, those white girls love your barbecue.
Well, they're really gonna like this. Just cooked up a new sauce. Fresh rubbed rosemary, garlic, basil, red onions, a hint of mint and peach brandy. Best on that.
Oh, and listen, be careful tonight. I think some white hoodlums from Urban Heights might be planning to cause some mischief. Over there, throwing firecrackers and stuff,
I'll be on the lookout. We still on for tonight.
You bet. Can't wait for the fireworks.
Me neither. I'm gonna slay you tonight.
You think so, huh?
Oh yeah, I've been practicing up on them dance steps you taught me.
Well, we'll see, Big Daddy. Well, hello there, Miss Solene. Did you and your friends have a grand time in Paris, France?
Oh, yes, we did. We had so much fun.
I bet you did.
Bet you were in the clubs when the sun went down and stayed there until the sun came up.
Oh, we had a ball listening to musicians all dressed up in tuxedos. It was all so modern, but so strange and so wonderful. Paris was like a long drink.
And you got zazzled. You didn't have such a grand time, though. You forgot all about your potato farmer, now did you?
His name is Leviticus.
What kind of a name is that?
And he's not just a potato farmer. He owns the largest potato west of the Mississippi.
He sounds like a real egg. But tell me, what exactly do you and a potato farmer talk about?
Yeah, what?
Well, we talk about a lot of things. Like we talk about potatoes, but there are 1,001 potatoes.
Celine, dear, here's another telegram from Leviticus. It says he should be here soon and he has a new horse.
New horse.
You opened my mail?
Well, I'm sorry, dear. I didn't think you'd mind.
Well, I mind, Mother. I do.
Ooh, gotta go. Gotta get a wiggle on. I can't wait to see what those gals did to their heads this time. They are a law unto themselves.
On my way downtown to the parade. What about you, Bill?
Nope. I don't want to be down there with all them crazy patriotic white soldiers with guns.
Well, I figure I got just about as much right as they got to be down there as I do. I'll risk my life for this country just like they did.
See you later.
Thank you for helping with the packages, Horace.
Yes, ma'am. Good day.
So how's business, Jim?
Well, not bad, sir. Business doubled since I started working downtown. See, I'm making good money. I'm even thinking about bringing my own shoe shop. I'm thinking about buying my own shoe shine boy on the side to help me out.
Very enterprising.
I admire enterprise myself, Mr. Jones. Leviticus, Celine's fiance, is quite an enterprising young man himself.
Man.
He's looking to invest in luxury cars. I admire that.
Well, I want to get me a 7-passenger Cadillac one day.
Not automobiles, Mr. Jones, luxury cars for the colored section on the passenger trains. Equal accommodation, you know. What's that law called, dear?
Plessy versus Ferguson.
Yes, as I'm sure you know, Mr. Jones, the accommodations on trains for us coloreds are deplorable.
Yes, ma'am.
They say we should be separate but equal, but of course we're not. So Leviticus, businessman that he is looking to invest in luxury cars for the coloreds.
Okay.
I think it's an ingenious idea, don't you, dear?
Yeah, I gave it to him. Now remember what I told you about running your own business, Jim.
Take lemons and make lemonade. See, I know all the angles. I got all the answers. Just ask me.
Oh, so you're going to open up a lemonade stand now, Mr. Jones?
Jim Crow is the lemon sugar plum.
Yes, ma'am, because since we can't do business with the white folks in Tulsa,
we're going to keep on writing, creating our own Negro Wall Street right here, making our own lemonade. Our money stays right here, circulating on in our community for
count them.
1, 2,
3 whole years
before a single solitary dollar leaves Greenwood.
Yes, sir. And if I keep working hard, one of these days I'm gonna have me a house on North Detroit and Standpipe Hill, just like you and Doc Jackson.
That's how I like to hear a young man talk.
I know Leviticus is glad you're finally back, dear. He made transatlantic calls every day to you, but you were seldom in. I just don't understand it.
So what's happening in Greenwood, Father?
Well, it seems we're making a spectacle of ourselves over here.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
What's that you say?
A spectacle?
My God, what are they saying now?
Well, it seems we've annoyed the white folks with this unseemly growth we're experiencing in Greenwood.
Oh, horse feathers.
Shut your mouth, Celine.
They're accusing us of being radical because we take care of our own. They're just bitter because we colored men out doing it.
That's right. Since when did taking care of your community and wife and children become radical? I swear, the Tribune is always stirring up the hornet's nest with colored and white, like they did with that Little Africa article. I swear, calling us Little Africa, trying to denigrate our own little paradise.
Applesauce. You know, Tulsa will never change, I swear.
Now here, I'm not gonna have all that black garden in here out of you two.
Sorry, I guess they're trying to outdo the Tulsa world.
Yeah, they're getting worse than Tulsa world.
I don't know, Frank. After that horrible article they wrote about the white pastors?
The white pastors, what did they do?
Well, supposedly they were on a tour of illicit nightlife, trying to pinpoint the source of crime in Tulsa.
And when you know it, they pinned all the crime on colored men.
Claimed they were horrified at what they discovered. God knows, I hope it wasn't true, because some of these young colored men nowadays, I tell you, they say liquor was available at every place that they visited, at hotels and rooming houses across the city, and that Negro porters were providing men with the services of white ladies of...
Molly, don't forget yourself.
Anyway, Smitherman countered the article with one of his own in the Tulsa Star, praising us colored citizens.
That's right. Set them straight, because the pot can't call the kettle black. White crime in Tulsa is just as high.
Higher.
Yep.
Everyone knows there's a vice ring that runs Tulsa.
Yep. And those young white boys steal automobiles like it ain't no tomorrow.
Not to mention they're always vandalizing our homes. I'm going to meet with some of the neighbors to provide a neighborhood watch patrol.
Yeah, speaking of those pastors, they must be on tour on the railroad out there in Cherry Road. They got it jumping out there. Ain't no color line out there. Negroes and whites be dancing, singing all together out there.
Bill, you better be careful hanging around them gin mills.
Well, Vice dear, Vice Dens, what you want to go there for when you got dreamland right here in Greenwood?
Well, we go to dreamland too. But you know Della, she's a real live wire. I gotta keep up with her.
That woman, excuse me, Bill, but what in the world do you see in that woman? This family, sometimes I declare, I just don't know what is going on with this family. Sometimes, Bill, really? I mean, come on. Della?
Della's all right. Della understands me. But if you really want to know her truth, that boss lady of hers, old lady Huntington, she pays Della extra to go out there and keep an eye on her two young girls, in case they get too plastic. They can't get home, how wild they are.
Oh, the things I've heard about those two white gals, dancing around in thin dresses, exposing their white angles, smoking cigarettes, gyrating on the floor while Negro men play the piano. Can you imagine? You would never hear of a colored girl carrying on like that.
Sure wouldn't. And they supposed to be Christian girls too. No good will come of it. Mark my words.
And those awful dances they do to this new hot music have begun to infest the colored communities. The auxiliary and I are putting together a volunteer group to curb this evil. All that shimmying and shammying on the dance floor. Why, you'd think they left their courses in the courtroom.
Well, Mother, I guess you'd have a heart attack if you went to Montmartre. Every night, blacks and whites were shimmying and shammying together.
Oh, God. You didn't embarrass me in front of Leviticus's mother, did you?
These white newspapers just agitate the races. This article is just one more thing to create tension between us and white folks.
Well, it seems nothing has changed in Greenwood. And Mother, the way those white girls looked at me when I got off the ship with all of my packages, if looks could kill.
Envious. Pay them no mind, dear. Oh, and be sure to keep all of the designer empty boxes handy. Maria, I want Mr. Pritchard to take pictures of them.
Who is Mr. Pritchard?
She just got in yesterday and they still unloading her purchases off the ship.
No kidding?
Oh, Frank, how do you exaggerate? She didn't buy that much, actually. I'm just trying to find room to store her things until we can get back into our home. But soon, Celine will be gone, back to Paris on her honeymoon.
You should have her young man pay for the trip this time.
He can afford it. He's extremely wealthy. Oh, and just wait until you see Mount Zion, Celine. They spent $3,000 on renovations. $3,000. We must remember to tell Mr. Pritchard about that.
Who is Mr. Pritchard?
I just hope they're through with the renovations in time for the wedding. Oh, didn't I tell you? His name is Lawrence Pritchard. He's a photographer from New York City. The Women's Auxiliary of Greenwood invited him here to document our progress.
Progress? Greenwood?
Yes, Greenwood, Celine. We're an up-and-coming town. Just because I let you go to Paris without me, you mustn't forget or think you're too good for Greenwood.
Yes, Lord, we sure have come a long way, but we must never forget from whence we come. Why, I remember when me and Mr. Bowley first come here. From Greenwood, Mississippi.
We have lots to do today, Celine. Maria? Maria?
Yes, Ma.
Can you make sure the restaurant is ready for the breakfast crowd while I'm gone? Celine, we better get an early start.
Yes, Mother.
How's that, Mr. Frank?
Not bad. Not bad. Here, keep the change.
Thank you, sir.
You could make a killing in Paris, Jimmy.
No kidding? Well, I better take off.
Wait, you have to work on Memorial Day?
Well, Miss Celine, some of us working men know how to seize an opportunity on a holiday. My boss man wants me to draw in some of that parade traffic downtown. I'm one of his best workers. I'm making lots of money. Everybody wants me to shine their shoes because I know how to make the rags sing and do my routine. I'm Diamond Dick. That's my new name. I'm Diamond Dick. that's my game. Change my name from Jimmy Jones about my game. I make no bones. Shine your shoes, take away your blues. Expert on leather, make them ready for the weather. Bet your potato farmer can't do that.
Oh, boy, you go head on now. Now, that boy done come a long way, bless his heart. I remember when Damie took him in and give him her last name, Roland. Found him under a trestle, starving. She's been a little worried about him lately, though, since he started working downtown, making all that money and hanging around with that loose crowd.
I'm going to collect the rentals and chase down the title on the property for the clinic.
Won't that be marvelous? Greenwood's own clinic. It will attract people from around the world.
Well, we have enough doctors in Greenwood to make a clinic. But Dr. Jackson is the best, though, isn't she, Maria?
Yes, the very best.
Is the medicine working that he gave you for your little girl, Maria?
Oh, yes, ma'am. She's all well now.
I'm so happy to hear that. She's such a doll. Don't forget to take her a treat.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Molly?
Yes, Maria.
I've been thinking, maybe once the clinic is finished, I could train to be a nurse.
No. I've been training you to be hostess here, and you're doing quite well. It's noble of you to want to help the sick, but the clinic's a while off. We're still raising funds for it. Mother Bowley, the renovations will be done soon, and we'll be moving back into the house, but don't you worry. When I leave, Maria will be here to help you out.
Thank you, Molly.
You don't have to be a hostess if you don't want to.
But your mother is so nice to me. I try to please her.
Oh, Frank, before I forget, I volunteered us to chaperone the prom this year.
Again?
Now, Frank, please. Every year I have to go through this with you.
Well, why you always volunteer me? Why don't you go?
We're on the board of trustees at the school, and I think we should be there.
But I'm planning to drive out to Rogers County to see some property.
Now, everybody, don't forget, we want to put our best foot forward for Mr. Pritchard. You can put up those boxes now, please, Maria. Candy, please.
Maria turns sign over to open as all exit or go about task.
Celine, don't forget your gloves. Celine. Now, where did that girl go? And without her gloves.
Lord, I've never seen nobody have such a conniption fit about gloves.
Act 1, Scene 2. On rise, minutes later. In train yard. Train whistle overhead. Jimmy is under a trestle smoking a cigarette. Puts it out as Celine runs to him.
Celine, I missed you so much.
Oh, Jimmy, darling, I missed you too.
You sure? Seemed like you had a real good time in Paris, dancing clouds cheek to cheek.
Oh, Jimmy, of course I missed you.
Slaps him.
Hey, that ain't no love tap. What's that for?
I heard about the good time you had while I was away.
What you mean? What did you hear?
My mother said that you were keeping company with different girls every day of the week.
What?
Oh, don't try to act so innocent, Jimmy Jones. I heard all about it. I told you before I left that if you kept being friends with all those girls, it was going to be the end of us.
No kidding. I thought when you started talking about being married to that potato farmer, I thought that was going to be the end of us.
It's not me talking about it. It's my mother. She's making all of these plans, and
you're going along with them.
Well, not really, but you know how she is. She won't listen, and
You just have to make her listen. Tell her we have our own plans.
I am, but it's not as easy as I first thought. I mean, for us to just run away and off and get married is not that easy.
How come?
Well, you don't understand, Jimmy.
I sure don't. When I want something, I just do it.
But I have a family to think about.
You mean your mama? That's who. She thinks she's better than me, calling me Mr. Jones all the time.
Oh, Jimmy, she's just being polite. And hey, not so fast, okay? You just wait 1 minute. Let's get back to our conversation. Ever since I got back, all I've been hearing is talk about you and those girls.
They're your classmates, that's all.
Oh, really? Well, I heard that you and
I don't care what you heard. None of those girls can hold a candle to you. None of them.
what about the Williams girl? She said that you and her.
Celine, sweetheart, don't believe nothing those girls say. They just crowd around me because I played football, that's all. But they don't really care nothing about me, none of them. Not like you do. You really care about me and what I think and what I feel. Remember the last time we met before you left? What we said to each other? That we weren't going to let anybody come between, anybody separate us?
And
It was you and me against the world. Yeah, you and me. You still going to run away with me to California?
Sometimes I don't know, Jimmy. And are you really ready to settle down?
I'm ready, Celine. I love you, Celine. And I can't stand here. I can't stand to hear you making plans to marry another man. If you don't marry me, I can't stay here. No kidding. I'm leaving town.
Oh, with whom?
What you mean with who? With you.
Oh, I thought it might be with the Williams girl. I heard you took her to the club on Cherry Hill.
Come on, cut it out. You were in Paris dancing and drinking with men in tuxedos, and here I was shining shoes. That's all. Making money for me and you to go to California. And okay, maybe I danced with her a little bit, and she danced back, and okay, maybe I went to a movie with a couple of girls, but just to get my mind off you. But that's all it was to it.
Oh, Jimmy, how could you? I bet you kissed all of them too. I'm sure you kissed that Williams girl because you're just a smooth talker, Jimmy Jones, calling yourself Dick Rolling or Diamond Dick or whatever you call yourself. Oh, I don't know. Her mother was right.
No, she's not. Your mama is dead wrong about me. She's behind all of this. Can't you see? She sent you away because she thought I'm not good enough for you. But one of these days, I'm going to prove it to her.
She just wants the best for me. You should understand that.
I do understand it. You think I don't want what's best for you too? She thinks I can't take care of you, but I learned a lot from your daddy. I know a wife's got to be taken care of, but your mama, she looks down her nose at everybody.
Oh, that's enough. That is enough. Don't you dare talk about my mother like that. She cares about everybody.
Don't care nothing about me.
She just wants the best for everybody. And if you're not going to talk, and if you're going to talk to her about her like that, then we can just go our separate ways and for once and for all.
All right, then go ahead on. I'm not kidding. Go on, go your separate way to your potato farmer. Go. I don't need you. I don't need nobody. Whenever I try to, but when I don't know if I should I just wish I could, but every time I try, sometimes I feel I just wanna, but I got my pride.
Act 1, Scene 3. On Rise, evening, May 30th, Memorial Day. Sound of fireworks in background for the annual celebration where everyone not working is dressed to the nines. Maria is cleaning tables. Bill goes back and forth from offstage kitchen.
Didn't miss the picture, did I?
No, Dollface, you on time.
Today of all days, wouldn't you know it? Old Lady Huntington had me doing everything under the sun. Got myself all dolled up for the picture. How do I look?
Well put together. From a muscle and bone standpoint, that is. Like a fine rump roast. Speaking as a butcher, that is.
Bill, you slay me. You hear that, Solene? Your uncle just called me a roast. Well, what are we waiting on? Where's the picture man at?
They're at the Stanford, at that fundraiser for the clinic. They ought to be on soon.
I wish they'd get here. I got to get on.
Solene, you still moping over that boy, ain't you? It's been a whole week and you're still moping. You know the best way to get over one man is to get yourself another one. Or you get a new hairdo. You look really keen with your hair bob like mine, short like this, see? It's all the rage.
Well, folks wouldn't like that.
I am tired of everybody telling me what to do. I'll bob my hair if I want to bob my hair, and I'll smoke cigarettes too.
Atta girl. A girl's got to stay in step with the times, I always say. This is a new day for women. Have some fun. Come on, stop being such a wet blanket. Come on, get up, cut a rug, girl. In the morning, in the evening, ain't we got fun? Every morning, every evening, we sure got fun. The rent's unpaid, dear, we having a bus, but smiles were made clear for people like us. Come on, Bill, this is Memorial Day. Let's have some fireworks around here.
Bill and Della dance up a storm. Peg Leg joins in, stumping around. They pull Maria in, all for dancing.
Surprised you didn't. Told you I've been practicing.
There's nothing surer. The rich get richer and the poor get children. All right, Maria, your turn. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
This ain't no funeral.
You do that fancy Spanish dancing.
Yeah, come on.
Oh no. Suppose Miss Molly walked in, Della.
I told you, you don't have to do everything my mother tells you to do.
That's easy for you to say. She's your mother. But I don't want her to catch me acting without decorum. You know how important decorum is for your mother.
Oh, I bet Miss Molly's cutting a rug right now at that fancy party. Go ahead on, Maria. Dance.
Maria does Spanish flamenco-esque type dance.
And in the evening, ain't we got fun? Now go ahead and do your dance. Why, even King David himself danced before the Lord.
Loud fireworks, flash of light.
What was that?
No, Bill. It's all right. It's nothing. It's all right.
Son?
Foley, he's all right. He's all right. Hey, you all right, man?
I thought I heard.
Firecrackers, man. Firecrackers.
Memorial Day, remember?
As I was saying, they just lynched a white boy around here not too long ago.
Talking about that Belton boy?
Yes, Mama, Roy Belton.
Sure did, and the police didn't do nothing about it either, because he was a murderer. Killed a taxi cab driver.
So
and
the fundraiser was quite a successful affair. We introduced Mr. Pritchard to all of the leaders in town and took in thousands of dollars worth of pledges for the clinic and the children's home.
Well, he meet Mr. Gurley?
Of course.
O.W. Gurley is the founder of Greenwood, you know. And he runs the newspaper too, you know. And he worked under President Grover Cleveland, you know. Well, he started Greenwood off, bought 40 acres of land and sold it only to other Negroes.
We all followed suit.
Yes, he met all of the important people of Greenwood, Mother Bowley. Dr. Bridgewater, Willie Williams, J.B. Stratford, Attorney Franklin.
So back to what I was saying. If they'll lynch a white boy just like that, you know they'll lynch a colored boy.
Oh, yes. I've got stories from all around the country.
Which is why I say we Negroes, male and female, must act with decorum at all times. Is that not so, Mr. Pritchard?
Well, yes, it wouldn't hurt, but I don't think that how we act will keep ourselves from prejudice and violence. The more I travel this country, the more convinced I am that we've got to find a way to make America safe for us.
Yes, safety is a #1 priority. We can't thrive if we aren't safe. We built this community with that vision in mind, safety and prosperity for our women and children above all. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
Yes, sir.
Like in our schools, all of our young men attend class in suit and tie, mandatory. And our girls, they're just as well groomed. That's what we're building here, a future for our children. I tell them all the time, if ever a Negro becomes president of the United States, he'll become right here from Greenwood.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and our schools. We must take pictures of our students.
Yes, ma'am.
Now that you've seen the city and met the folks, how do you find Tulsa, Mr. Pritchett?
Oh, Tulsa's a real pleasant surprise, a bustling little town, refreshing after the tenements and crowded streets of the north, I'll tell you. But coming in, the automobile traffic downtown was almost as bad as the traffic up north.
Well, everybody here has a car, you know, all that oil money. Plus, you arrived in the middle of a Memorial Day parade.
I still call it a decoration day.
That's right, Mom. The white folks put their parade on every year downtown, and Greenwood has its own parade and fireworks too. The reality is there's two Tulsas, white Tulsa and black Tulsa, and Greenwood's prospering right along with the white folks. All of it in Greenwood doing business with one another. That's why W.B. Du Bois called Greenwood the Negro Wall Street.
I know, and I'm looking forward to learning more about Greenwood. I thank you, Miss Molly, for inviting me here.
You're quite welcome. Are you ready for the pictures yet?
No, I like to absorb the flavor and the atmosphere of the environment before I begin my work.
A true artiste. Good. Solene, we need to add something to that outfit for the picture. Just give us a moment, Mr. Pritchard. Come, dear, and cheer up.
Well, maybe now would be a good time for me to talk to your brother, Bill, the vet.
He's around here somewhere. I'll get him. Bill! Bill! Bill!
Well, I think he's outside with Della, taking in the flag and watching the fireworks.
Oh, that's all right. I'll go out and talk to him and get some pictures.
Outside looking up at the fireworks.
Good evening, Bill.
Evening. You're not supposed to let the flag fly dust, you know. Not unless you have a special light on it.
We're really putting on fireworks show tonight.
Yeah, lighting up the night sky.
Like a sunrise from hell.
Huh?
1,000 white hot bombs lit up the sky. French 75ths roaring, busting my eardrum. A grenade explodes not 10 feet away from me. 50 Germans run at us, shooting. We fire back. They own us now. And it's hand to hand, fist to knee, gun to bayonet. A bayonet tears through my side. I fall, but I keep tossing grenades. Cart turns and rams his bayonet into Pegleg's chest. I swing my blade. His head falls at my feet. Me and Peg fighting back to back now. Legs, chest, I swing my blade. Like madmen throwing grenades, swinging knives. Waves of Germans just keep coming. They keep coming, damn it. Me and Peg ain't human no more. We killing machines. Just killing or be killed. Bodies everywhere. We fought like hell. We got letters of commendation for being killing machines. When I made it back to the States, it was different. For a long while there, couldn't bring myself to even wring a chicken's neck.
All right, Bully.
Sure he's all right.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just sometimes my hearing's not as good as it used to be. But I'm all right. I'm Bill the Butcher. That's me. I love and appreciate fine meat. My burning desire in life is to give the people the best cuts. Now, Frank, my brother, he went on to the university, and that's a fine thing for him. But I learned what I learned at the chopping block. And
come on, Bill. Let's go back inside. Let's take this picture, and then we can go to Dreamland and dance the night away.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They all re-enter cafe.
Well, here we are again. Twirl, Solene. Are you ready for us yet?
Not quite. So you're one of the veterans too, Mr.
Taylor, Horace Taylor. They call me Peg Leg now. Yep, I'm a vet and damn proud of it. Begging your pardon, ladies. Did my duty as a man that went off to the war. Come back home thinking we was gonna get treated better. Looked like things got worse.
Yes, I've noticed in my travels a certain undercurrent of anger and violence directed at the colored soldiers. There have been reports of soldiers being lynched and burned alive.
Where you say you're from?
Harlem.
Harlem Hellfighters. Europe. Woo-wee! And that drum major, Noble Cecil. Man, yeah. When we come back from across seas, our platoon marched straight down Harlem, right down the middle of Harlem with the Hellfighters. 1 million colored folks and white folks waving flags and cheering us on. It was something. Yeah. Then we come back home. Threw us a big parade down Greenwood Avenue. Man, I could stand to see a parade every day. The war is over now. Well, I better be going. Miss Molly, I want to get started first thing tomorrow morning. I need to buy some more sheetrock, but I need some, you know.
Of course, Horace. Frank?
I thought we agreed on a budget, Molly.
I know we did. Horace here and his sons are doing the renovations on our home, Bowley Manor.
Is that right?
Uh-huh. Before I went off to the war, I pretty much put up all the homes you see around here. Mm-hmm.
I'll meet you around the house in the morning, Peg.
Good deal. Good night.
You been to Dreamland yet, Pritchard?
Mr. Pritchard.
Not yet. No. Mother Bowley? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Mother Bowley. Go ahead.
See you in church Sunday, Della.
Oh, no, ma'am. I had to go to service with the Huntingtons. It was dull as ditch water, but I like Reverend Kerr, though. Because, you know, I don't live in Greenwood. I live in with a white family in Irving Heights.
You don't live in Greenwood, I take it, Della?
Nope. I actually live in, like I was saying, with the white family in Irving Heights. You see Mr. and Mrs. Huntington and their 2 daughters, they swimming in money, oil. House looks like a castle. City even put their home on postcards.
Postcards? Wow. I think our home should be on postcards too, Frank.
Yeah, I live in T-Town, Mr. Photograph Man, Tulsa, the Magic City, the whitest town in Oklahoma, they call it, and they proud of it. But life is real good for colored folks over here in Greenwood and fun, which is why I love to come over every off day and to see Bill. Oh, excuse me, that wasn't very ladylike. Yeah, I've been working for him for 5 years, but I hear they're training colored girls to work the elevator now. I'm thinking about learning how to do that. But then on the other hand, I don't know, I missed the high life with the Huntingtons. They just bought a new car and I think they're gonna give me their old one. Then I can ditch this old tin Lizzie I'm driving.
Good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Jackson.
Oh, sorry I'm late.
He is our renowned doctor, Dr. A.C. Jackson.
He's a renowned surgeon, dear.
Right.
Dr. Jackson, this is our photographer, Lawrence Pritchard.
Pleased to meet you.
My pleasure.
Mr. Pritchard, no less than the Mayo brothers say that our good doctor here is one of the most able Negro surgeons in the United States.
Are they bragging on Greenwood again?
Yes, we are, and on citizens like you.
Oh, how they do carry on. You see, I'm just a physician who does his best to heal Greenwood sick.
Don't let him fool you. He'd give me something that pretty near cured my rheumatiz.
Oh, how's your daughter, Maria?
Majida, better now that you give her the medicina. Dalu.
Well, nada. Well, Molly, am I in time for this grand picture you're talking about?
Right on time.
Missed you at the party.
Oh, I was making a delivery.
And you've met the Mayo brothers, I take it?
Oh, yes. I'm quite impressed by them, too.
And you're from?
Guthrie, Tennessee. And my father was a law officer, and watching him, I learned early on that I could be a part of the hurt or heal. So I attended Meharry College, where I trained to be a surgeon. I feel busy, but I traveled a lot, which is why I hope that we finish these pictures soon, because I have a conference to go to in Chicago.
You off again, Doc?
Yes, ma'am. For the American Medical Colleges Conference, I'm learning more and more about less and less. And see, that's how you become a specialist.
Oh, I chased down that chain of title on that property I mentioned to you. I have some papers on the building for you to look over.
Excellent, excellent. If you're working hard, Frank, and I appreciate it.
All right, everybody. I think I'm beginning to get a sense of the montage I want to create. If everybody would stand up. All right, now just kind of press in, everybody.
How do you want us to pose?
Well, no. I think I want you to keep the apron on, Solene, until I decide. Maybe keep the cleaver too. I don't just shoot pictures. I tell stories.
What? But that bloody apron? Oh no.
Oh, don't worry. In the dark room, and I will need a room with no light. I can do magic. I superimpose images and create the stories I want.
Oh, I understand that you go all around the country doing pieces on black towns, Mr. Pritchett.
That's right, sir.
Admirable. What made you decide to do so?
Well, there are 58 independent black boom towns.
Really? 58? Oh, my.
And each with a story to tell. With the new Negro movement in Harlem, our culture is becoming the popular thing, and I want to be at the forefront of telling and photographing our stories. And sometimes I fear I'd better be quick about it, because as I travel, I find that as soon as a Negro community starts to thrive, white mobs riot and destroy them. Oh, they claim that some Negro man has done this or that to white womanhood, but I find that it's always about greed and the land. By the way, Mother Bowley, are you any relation to the Bowleys of Bowley, Oklahoma?
Well, yeah, they are cousins of Mr. Bowley.
Now, if you will just stand here, I must warn you, I am obsessive about my work, so you'll have to bear with me sometimes.
So where you plan on going after you leave here?
Oh, I'm off to interview the Goins family in a little community I've heard of down in Florida, Rosewood. Okay, everyone, please gather in a little tighter. All right, now, let me see. Mr. Frank, you go here. Della, you here.
No, I want to be next to Bill.
And I got to be next to my Della.
All right then, Bill. We'll get in there without the apron this time. And Dr. Jackson, you here. Solene, if you will, come in and stand here.
Oh, Mother, do I have to?
Now, Solene.
And let's see, Maria.
Oh, of course you may join in, Maria.
Perhaps, Pritchett, since I'm the eldest son, Molly and I should be front and center, you know?
I know, Mr. Frank, I know, but I'm trying to paint a picture here. Miss Bowley? No, Mother Bowley.
Well, see, I don't see why Bill and I can't be on the front row too. I bought a spiffy new dress for these pictures, the very latest style.
In Tulsa, not Paris. Move. Which is blocking my view. Now, see here, Mr. Pritchard, as your sponsor, I must insist that Frank and I have positions of prominence. So that's the way it should be. Because
now, here.
So
you children, settle down. Settle down, I say. Mr. Pritchard didn't come all the way from New York for y'all to be carrying on like this, fighting over who's the best. The good books say the first shall be last and the last shall be first.
Mother Bowley, thank you. Now, please come. Sit right here, Mother Bowley. Now, she should have the honor of being on the front row. She's the mother of the town, the grandmother of the future bride, and the matriarch of the family. She should be front and center.
Well, all right, if you say so, Mr. Pritchard.
Yes, that's true. That's right. Come on, Mother. You can sit right here. No problem.
Children, the good book say
It's good for us to dwell together.
Together in harmony.
Okay, everyone, please gather in a little tighter. Tighter. All right, everyone, take a deep breath. Smile. Hold. 1, 2, 3.
Jim,
Jimmy,
Celine,
Jim, what is it, son?
what's the matter, Jimmy?
I think I'm in trouble.
What kind of trouble?
Big trouble with the law.
What did you do?
Nothing. I didn't do nothing.
What happened then, man? Tell us.
Come on,
Yeah,
you
tell
gotta
us what happened.
Tell us what happened.
Help you.
They're saying that
That
I
you what?
put my hands on a white woman.
Blackout. We will now take a 5-minute intermission. Take a stretch, get a snack. See you in 5.
We'll take a 5. We will take a 5-minute intermission. We'll take a 5. Just a 5. 5.
Welcome back. If you are enjoying this reading, please consider donating to the Ensemble Theatre by going to our website, ensemblehouston.com, to the Donates button. Also, find more information on our Young Performance Program and all virtual programming to come soon. Now, back to Greenwood at Act 2, Scene 1, on Rise, seconds later.
But it's not true. None of it's true. None of it. She didn't bring it even with the floor.
Bring what even with the floor? Boy, calm down. Tell us what happened. Start from the beginning.
I was downtown at my shoe shine stand, working all day trying to get some of that Memorial Day money,
Yes, get on with it.
Let the boy tell it. Let the boy tell it.
I had to use the washroom, so I went to the Drexel building to the top floor like I always do. It's the only washroom in Main Street that colors can use. We all use it. I had permission to use it.
Oh, Jimmy, what happened?
Let me tell you, I'm trying to tell you so you'll understand. See, I just stepped in the elevator to go up to the top floor like I always do. And Sarah.
Oh, what did she do? Oh, that little white girl is a liar and a tramp. She's not even as old as I am, and she's been divorced twice with 2 kids. Oh.
She was operating it like she always do. But I don't know what was wrong with her today.
What do you mean?
She's still in training, and sometimes she don't bring the thing even with the floor.
Here we go again. Bring what thing even with the floor?
The elevator. So when I went to step on, I tripped because the floor wasn't even. I reached out, to keep from falling. And I must have accidentally grabbed hold of her arm.
Oh, man.
I know. She started screaming and screaming. She got crazy, started beating me with her purse. Then this crazy white clerk come running out of Reinberg's yelling I was assaulting her.
Assaulting her? But you would never.
Never. All I could think to do was to start running, but I didn't do nothing to her, nothing.
We know you didn't do anything, but what did she tell them?
She tried to tell them, but they wouldn't give her a chance. They just chased me out of the building, hollering that I was assaulting her. I just can't win. Just when I think I'm getting ahead in life.
The best thing for you to do right now is to get off the streets in case they're hunting for you.
Yes, that's what you have to do. Yes.
No, I'm getting out of town. I'm going to California. Celine, I just stopped by to tell you that I'm sorry about everything.
I'm sorry too. It was
all my fault.
I'm leaving with you.
Celine, are you sure?
What are you talking about?
Yes, I'm sure. Mother, Jimmy and I are running away and we're getting married.
What? Are you out of your mind? Leviticus is on his way. Frank, do something.
Now, wait a minute. Jim, what's the meaning of this?
Celine and me, we love each other, Mr. Frank. We want to get married.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Hey. Now, you two just calm down. Everything's probably going to be all right anyway. What about Leviticus? You're engaged to marry Leviticus. And you run on home, young man. We'll see what happens in the morning.
Enter Leviticus holding flowers.
Leviticus.
Colleen.
Leviticus, thank God you here. Maybe you can stop her.
Pardon?
Celine is about to run off with Mr. Jones here.
Pardon?
Yes.
Well, let me handle this. Run on home, Jim. We'll talk about everything in the morning.
In the morning might be too late, Mr. Frank.
No, you'll be all right. You run on home.
Jimmy, in the morning, under the trestle.
You better find your own girl.
Lie, boy.
Celine, can we talk?
Yes, please try to talk some sense into her. I'll get Maria to bring you refreshments.
Celine, I don't understand. You're planning to elope with another man?
Find your own girl.
Or engaged? What happened?
Leviticus, I'm sorry if I've misled you. Really, I am. I really do care about you, but I don't think I fit into your world.
I don't need much in my world. Look, I'm just a country lane, A quiet horse and the right girl. And you are the right girl.
I don't think so. I'm a city girl, and I realize that Jimmy and I, well, we have a lot more in common, but of course mother doesn't see that because he's poor. And I would give you your ring back, but mother is having it sized, so.
Don't worry about it.
I know I should have told you about Jimmy, but well, when I said I would marry you, I was angry with him, and now he's in trouble, and I just can't abandon him.
Please don't cry. Look, I can't stand to see you cry. You know how I feel about you. Look, you don't have to hide anything from me. Hey, we can still get married.
But I don't.
I know you don't think you love me, but love will come. See, I planned a wonderful life for us, and I don't want to give up on those plans. Now, this man is on the run, and I don't know what he's done, and I don't know what kind of future he has, but yet you want to throw your life away on him. You think that's what you really want. If you think he can love you more than I do, if you think he can do more for you than I can do, well then, come on.
No, Leviticus, I'm sorry I hurt you. I hate to see you leave like this.
Well, I'm not leaving. Look, I'm not going to give up that easily. Like, I'll be in town for the next few days, but let's just do like your father said. Let's just see what tomorrow brings. Now, look, I'm flying out to a little farmland along the Cimarron in the morning. And
flying?
Yeah.
What, like in an airplane?
Yeah.
Mother thought you had a horse, but you have an aeroplane?
Yeah, I just bought it, 150 horsepower.
I've never been in an airplane before. I bet it's frightening.
Oh, well, you ain't lived until you've been up there, soaring free like a bird. Well, come on with me and see tomorrow.
But I told Jimmy that I would.
Well, look, you let him wait. I mean, he's not too smart, is he? How'd he manage to get himself caught up in such a tight confines with a white girl?
It's a public elevator.
Alone? Look, don't get mad. We all make mistakes. In the morning.
Well,
at least do that for me.
Okay, but.
Good. Like, I'll see you in the morning, Buttercup.
Act 2, Scene 2. On Rise, May 31st, 8 a.m. Bill may be hauling in supplies. Pritchard is interviewing Molly as she goes through photo album. Maria is setting up. Children playing outside. Operatic music plays.
Hello? Hey there, Davy. Yeah, the police come through last night pounding on the door, but we told them we didn't know nothing about nothing and they left. And you say that they never come around to your house? Huh? Well, I reckon that means everything's blowed over. Lord, I can't hardly hear myself think. I don't know why she has to play that old, Jimmy didn't come by this morning.
Oh, why must Mother Bowley talk so loudly on the telephone? We have a perfectly good connection. I can hardly hear Caruso.
But those two detectives, Carmichael, the white one, and the colored one, Henry Pack, well, they come around asking questions about Jimmy. They was real low key about it though. So I think everything is going to be all right. You coming to the Bible study tonight? Okay, I'll see you there. Bye.
Miss Molly, have you made up your mind about which pictures you want to include?
I definitely don't want that picture you took of the Jones boy. Please don't waste my film on him. Now, these we can keep, and these, you're doing quite a wonderful job of capturing the spirit of Greenwood, Mr. Pritchard.
Thank you.
And there's that wildcatter again. We're going to end up in the poorhouse if Frank keeps giving money to that white man.
Wildcatter?
An oil man who drills for oil in dried up fields, hoping to get lucky. Quiet as it's kept, Frank is his silent partner on the field. He keeps coming back for more and more money on what I personally think is a bust. But he's got Frank believing that he's going to bring in a real gusher one day. He always knocks at the back door.
The back door? That's a switch.
He wouldn't dare come through our front door. He doesn't want other whites to know he's borrowing from a Negro man. What he doesn't know is that he's not the only white man who comes to that door. Frank loans out money to several of them at 8% interest, which is more than the banks. Don't put any of that in the article, Mr. Pritchard.
No, I won't.
Ah, our wedding pictures. That's Frank's father, Mr. Bowley. He died in the flu epidemic. And this is an early photograph of me with my family, my mother and father, brothers, sisters, obviously taken before the allotment.
Oh, I'd like to get pictures of them. Are they in Greenwood?
No, they're dead. All dead. Oh, look at Celine. Just a little bundle of love. She was always a handful, though, with a mind of her own behind that lovely countenance. Anyway, these pictures are so very precious, the only ones I have. So you must promise to be very careful.
Yes, I promise.
Richard taking candid shots.
Well, how much did you give him this time? How much did you give him, Frank?
He's drilling a horizontal well just south of the city.
Frank, we have the wedding coming up, renovations on the house. We can't afford to throw money away on a duster.
I have the first mortgage on his house.
Oh, well, in that case.
That doesn't mean for you to go shopping. Where's Celine?
She's out with Leviticus. For the life of me, I don't understand why you don't like Leviticus.
I like him. I just don't see why Celine should have to marry him or anybody else if she's not ready. If she's not ready, she can stay here with us.
She won't have us around to protect her forever. She's about to become a very, very wealthy young lady, and the right husband will keep away the vultures, like you did for me.
Jim's not a vulture.
Surely you don't want her to marry him.
Of course not, but I recognize there's a little puppy love going on. I think if you stop carrying on so about it, it would die out on its own accord.
Hey, have y'all heard? What? They just arrested Jimmy Jones down Greenwood Avenue.
What?
Arrested
him? Oh, Lord, no. Well, they was just in here early this morning and said all they wanted to do was ask him some questions.
What they arrest him for? Jimmy said that girl didn't even want to press charges.
All I know is they hauled him off in handcuffs, and it looked like he was on his way to the depot before they got him. He had a suitcase with him.
And I just got off the phone with Danny.
You should retain a lawyer for him as soon as you can.
Well, he shines a whole lot of shoes for those white lawyers. She probably need to get with one of them.
Well, B.C. Franklin, that's who's he needs. B.C. Franklin, the best colored lawyer in Tulsa.
Look at this headline in the Tribune. Nab, Negro for attacking girl in an elevator. A Negro delivery boy who gave his name to police as Diamond Dick was arrested on South Greenwood Avenue this morning by officers Carmichael and Pack.
Oh, in the newspaper already?
Charged with attempting to assault the 17-year-old white girl in the Drexel building early yesterday. Diamond Dick will be tried in municipal court on a state charge. The girl said she noticed the Negro a few minutes before attempting the assault, looking up and down the hallway on the third floor of the Drexel building as if to see if there was anyone in sight. Then Diamond Dick.
Why they keep calling him that?
Because that's the silly name he gave himself.
He entered the elevator, she claimed, and attacked her, scratching her hands and face and tearing her clothes.
He done no such a thing.
Of course not. Just another sensationalist paper trying to stir up these white folks.
It ain't hard to do. They believe whatever these white newspapers tell them to believe. White folks live in their own little white world. They don't really know nothing about us Negroes and don't want to know us.
Just stirring up the hornet's nest.
Oh, they jealous of y'all over here, all right. I heard them talking at that swanky dinner parties, you know, about you niggers with money.
I beg your pardon?
That's what they call y'all over here. In Little Africa, they call it. Right while I'm serving dinner to them, they act like I don't exist. I act like I don't exist either and just keep right on ladling the soup. But One thing I know, white folks got their eyes on Greenwood.
Oh, I got to call Damie. She's got to do something about this.
Oh, hold on, Mama. It may be talk now.
And you don't want to upset Miss Damie over nothing.
Well, nothing. You just said they have the boy.
Mother Bowley, you have to admit that as bad as it's gotten, sometimes there's never been a lynching of a Negro in Tulsa.
Yet, don't forget, we just about had a colored lynching around here 2 years ago.
Yeah, we came close. As I told you, Pritchard, we all banded together. Businessmen, laborers, war vets, editors, we stood against it. And Dr. Bridgewater went down to the courthouse with armed colored men and stopped it. I don't think it'll get to that this time. This new sheriff, McCullough, I think he's a pretty good man. Says here he's not going to let the same thing happen to Diamond Dick that happened to the white boy at Belton. Not on my watch, he says.
Well, there, the authorities have to protect us.
Yeah, Molly is probably right. Let's just go about our day. I'll check with some of the businessmen and see what they think.
I got something I want to ask you tonight.
What is it?
Tonight.
Well, I promised your mother I'd go to Bible study with her.
That won't last long.
See you after Bible study then.
Copacetic.
Mother, father.
What is it, Celine?
Celine?
And where have you been, Miss Celine? I thought you were with Leviticus. And where are you going with that suitcase?
I was supposed to meet Jimmy, but look, it's Jimmy that here in the newspaper.
Yes, we know. We already read it, and we're going to go help him out.
No, they're going to lynch him tonight.
No, Celine. They've only taken the boy to jail.
Yeah, that's all.
No, they're going to lynch him tonight. Father, it's right here. Look.
Oh my God. It's on the editorial page, Frank.
Oh, I didn't see that.
To lynch Negro tonight.
Oh,
there is likely to be a lynching in Tulsa tonight. Whites assembling to lynch teenager tonight.
oh Lord, that's what they always do. They write up the lynching the day before so the whole town can see it like it's a sport. Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a quiet, peaceful Sunday afternoon. The good Christian white folks were sitting around the dinner table after church. Then all of a sudden, everybody was milling around out on the town square, buzzing with excitement. The town photograph man showed up. He always took pictures of all the big events, you know. So he was setting up his equipment to take pictures and make postcards out of them. He sold them postcards to white folks up north for a pretty penny. Automobiles, wagons, buggies from everywhere showed up on the town square. White folks had come from 50 miles around to see this. They had done caught a young colored boy running for his life, trying to get out of town because they said he done raped a white woman. Oh, they caught him before he could make it out, stripped him naked, tied his hands behind his back, tied his feet together, kicked and pounded him with whatever they could find, trying to get him to beg for their mercy. But he wouldn't beg. That riled them up even more. They was wild with hate. They throwed a rope around his neck and hoisted the poor boy up a tree. Oh, they jeered and shouted and cussed up at him. Beg, nigger. He never said a word. Now, all while the hanging was going on, it was a man started to build a bonfire. He let his little boy help him. Little boy was so proud helping out his pa. Now, most times in a lynching, they let the body hang from the tree for days before cutting it down to put fear in the colored. But this here mob was in such an access for blood. They cut the body down right there on the spot. And when it hit the ground, they set up on it like dogs with rabies. They cut off his fingers and toes and ears. They unsexed him. They cut out his heart and his liver. Oh God, what they poured gasoline on his body and thrown it in the fire. Smoke went up to the high heavens and they let out a big old cheer. All day long, the mob hung around, men, women, children, watching his body burn and burn, laughing and joking, visiting with one another, till wasn't nothing left but ashes, bone bits and a few teeth. But them heathens even so much reached into the smoldering fire to take those teeth and bones for souvenirs and strike poses for the pictures in front of the fire, till finally the sun was going down. They was wore out from all their violence and started to head on back home to finish up Sunday dinner. Oh, wasn't nothing left to do but to get that boy's poor mama and let her know what happened to her son. Hello, David, it's me, Ada Mae.
Act 2, Scene 3. On Rise, Tuesday, May 31st, 7 p.m.
30-year-old Vitz went down into the courthouse, armed, offered Sheriff McCullough help. He say he don't need no help. 1,000 violent crackers milling around outside the courthouse, shouting for Jimmy Jones' head. He say he don't need no help. I'm going back down now.
Hey,
Now.
Look, I don't, Frank is on the telephone with Deputy Barney Marshall Cleaver right now. He says the sheriff said that.
Yeah, what the sheriff said. I was down there. I saw that white mob.
Hey, pipe down. I got Barney Cleaver on the phone. He says the sheriff is doing all he can to keep Jimmy safe. They have him in jail on the top floor of the courthouse, and they've shut down the elevator so nobody can come up. Yeah. Barney. Okay, good. Thank you now. Barney says they got 6 deputies all around the boy.
Barney got to look out for his job, being the only colors up there.
Well, how does he say the young man's doing, Frank?
How the hell you think he's doing, Doc? He's scared shitless.
Well, it seems they're doing all they can to protect him.
This may not be enough.
Might not be. Just yesterday, I read in the newspaper that 6 prisoners broke out of jail.
Right.
You just saw it right through the bars, and saw the bars right off in the window.
That's what I'm saying. If they can get out, that mob can get in.
No. He's got men on the roof with shotguns and rifles.
Look, I done been down there. The sheriff come outside and tried to get him to go home, and he hooted him down.
Well, it's sunset, and they'll probably go home soon and have some dinner.
They'll have dinner, all right.
Hey, let's just calm down. Now, Girl and some of the other businessmen want to have a meeting at the Tulsa Star.
A meeting? All you businessmen want to do is have meetings and talk. But us soldiers know what's got to be done. Ain't that right, Bill?
Maybe we ought to listen to Frank.
Yes, as much as it's just innuendo, rumors floating around.
Yeah, I think we should discuss the situation at the courthouse in a unified way. So Gurley, Stratford, Willie Williams, Smitherman, Dr. Bridgewater, Dr. Jackson, what about you? Okay, I and some of the other businessmen are going to the courthouse, and we're going to talk to the sheriff.
I already told you. A bunch of soldiers already been down to the courthouse, and they don't want to hear no talk.
Well, perhaps cooler heads will prevail this time. Now, listen, I think what we need to do is...
Bill, listen. The African Brotherhood, we got a plan. They already got jitneys lined up to bring in ammunition. They're stocking up right now behind the paradise.
You jumping for a peg leg? You know I got good hands and eye coordination. What you jumping for, peg leg? You know I got good hand and eye coordination.
We need you, Bill.
What was he doing associating with that old fake girl for anyway?
Well, come on, man. That's just white folks talk. You know that. That boy got sense enough to know not to take a chance on his life.
I don't know how much sense he got. I've seen him operating out there on Cherry Hill.
So what?
So you still looking for a fight, Peg? I'm not. I've been to war and back. The war is over for me.
Well, you do what you gotta do. But me and the other soldiers not about to let them hang that boy.
Don't go off half-cocked. Just wait and see what the sheriff gonna do.
The best time to do something about a lynching is before it happened, not afterwards.
Well, me and Della, we got big plans for tonight. And right now, I got beef to trim.
Beef to trim. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Never thought I'd say this, but you ain't scared, is you? Like the other soldiers we saw during the war, shaking in their foxholes, scared to come to the aid of a comeback?
Get out my face, peg leg.
Or what? What?
I know what I'm gonna do.
Huh?
I'm going outside and raise Old Glory again. Shine a light on it. When they see that, maybe they pass us over. They'll pass the calf over.
The ghostly children are seen.
Frank.
Son?
We're off to choir rehearsal, dear.
On our way to Bible study, son.
Mr. Pritchard, I'd like for you to come along with us to get pictures of Mount Zion's impressive architecture. And Frank, you must attend church this Sunday. I will be singing a solo.
Molly, Pritchard's coming with us. We have a very important meeting over at the Tulsa Star.
Meeting at Tulsa Star?
Is it about Jimmy?
Oh, Frank, please, don't have him taking pictures of some riotous meeting. We don't want to give the world the wrong impression of Greenwood. I think Mr. Pritchard should just stick to the agenda that I've planned for him. And
Molly.
But Frank, I already told him.
You'll get your chance to take your pictures, but right now we have something very important going on.
Honestly, I don't see what could be more important than your daughter's wedding. I mean, really.
Molly. We have a young man in serious trouble here. I don't want to hear any more about that doggone wedding.
Oh, well, as you wish, Frank. Come, Solene.
I just want to know if everybody's going to get Jimmy out, or are you just going to let them lynch him?
You men are going to handle it. Just go to church.
You reckon it'd be all right for us to go out, huh, son?
I think so.
Be safe in the church, huh?
I think so. All of the trouble is downtown, but don't go anywhere else. Come straight back here.
Not fair. White people are going about their business. I don't see why we can't. They're having shows at the convention center and all kinds of school celebrations, and they aren't letting anything stop them. We have to do our own things too.
I know, but
it'll be all over in the morning, Solene, and we'll get back to our schedule.
Well, then, after Bible study, I want to go to the concert at the Dixie. Leviticus will take me. Can't you, Leviticus?
No, I think it's best that you stay close until things die down. And girl, are you trying to go downtown to see that boy? My God, you are. I should have known. First, you tried to run away with him, and now I can't believe. Frank!
Let's go to the church, Solene. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everybody keeps saying, don't worry about it. Somebody's got to worry about it. Down there in that jail, and he's alone, and they're going to lynch him.
Enough. Just be satisfied with the church for now, okay?
Solene!
You get back here. You're still under my roof, young lady, and I'm responsible for your protection. When it comes to your safety, you will do as I say. Do you understand me? Do you understand me, young lady? All right. So the church and straight back home. Richard, be sure to bring all your stuff with you. I want you to take pictures and record this meeting.
Yes, sir. That was Seymour. He says 3 white men just broke into the courthouse demanding Jimmy be turned over to them.
I told you.
Oh, Jesus.
I thought the deputies was...
Oh. Yeah, the deputies are still holding on to him, but it's just a matter of time.
Well, we have to figure out how we're going to respond to this.
Yeah, we got to be organized about it. A direct confrontation could be destructive for the whole community right now.
Where you going?
Downtown with the other soldiers.
Now you're talking, soldier. Let's go.
Billy, you have to weigh the pros and cons before you go out there. Come on, man.
This ain't no account ledger. This ain't no account ledger. This is a boy's life.
I know it, but you could get yourself killed. Now we businessmen, we'll go downtown and talk to them and then get all this straightened out.
Frank, get out my way. You can stay here and do nothing, or take up a weapon and come with me. But don't stop me.
Bill, son, you go down there toting that gun, they will shoot you down.
Mama, don't worry about me. I can take care of myself.
Bill, son, you know we have to get ready for the breakfast in the morning.
Mama, be back in time for breakfast, okay? Tell Della I might not see her tonight, but I'll see her tomorrow.
God go with you, son.
Bill'll be all right. I don't think you ladies should go to church this evening after all. I want you to stay put right here. Leviticus, good. You stay here with the ladies. Close up shop. Close up shop.
All right, well, I'm going with the men. Look, they may need my help.
This is not your fight. I could never face your parents if anything happened to you.
Look, don't worry, Miss Bowley. I can protect myself. We had a little trouble in Arkansas.
Takes gun out of boot, checks it.
No need to be afraid. Just do like your father said and close up. And you'll be all right.
I'm afraid for you, Leviticus. You don't have to do this because of me.
Well, it's not just for you. I can't stand by and watch them lynch a Negro man. Today it's him, tomorrow it's me. Besides, would you respect me if I didn't try to help? That's what I thought. And I wouldn't be blaming you.
Giving him a rifle.
Yes, ma'am. I've had a scuffle or two. We just had a little trouble down in Arkansas with some of the white landowners.
Here, take Mr. Bowley's rifle. It helped get me and him out of many a tight spot. It's locked and loaded.
Thank you, Miss Bowley.
Leviticus, be careful.
That Jimmy Jones is going to be the death of us all.
Act 2, Scene 4, Wednesday, June 1st, 12 a.m.
It almost always begins with a white woman screaming, doesn't it? They say there are good Negroes who are kind and courteous. They say they are helpful, and the Southerner has affection for them. But there is a black man who is a beast, they say. This is a physical fact, they say. They say that black man is a bad man. He drinks the cheapest and vilest whiskey. They say he breaks every law. He is a dope fiend, they say. He holds life lightly. He is a bully and a brute, they say.
The Negro said, was I deprived of my ears, my fingers, and genital parts of my body? I pleaded pitifully for my life while the mutilation was going on. Before my body was cool, it was cut to pieces, the bones crushed into small bits. My heart was cut into pieces, as was also my liver. Small pieces of my bones went for 25 cents. Oh, God.
Images of Greenwood are projected.
This right here, this is the dividing line, right here. Frisco tracks. Whites on that side, colored on this side. That's the way it's always been. Outnumbered by the whites 10-1. But I got my 30-30 rifle and my repeating shotgun. I'm defending Greenwood at midnight. We've been out here for hours on the Frisco tracks, holding them invaders off. Got and took down about 12 by myself. They done forgot all about Jimmy Jones now. They want Greenwood.
Loading weapon.
Darkness slowed them down. Along these Frisco tracks. We ain't letting them cross no matter what. Passenger train pulling to the depot. We kept right on firing at each other under the train, racking on both sides. See the scared, frightened look on the passenger's face as they ducked for cover on the floor. They just knew for sure they was pulling into a war zone. Yeah, angry white mob thought they was coming for dear old Greenwood. They got to go through Peg Leg first. Remember staying pipe here.
On-screen flashes, Western Union Telegram, 1:46 a.m., June 1st, 1921. Telegram reads, Governor J.B.A. Robertson, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Race riot developed here. Several killed, unable to handle situation. Request that National Guard forces be sent by special train. Situation serious. Stop. On rise, quiet, dawn's early light. A long moment of silence. Wednesday, June 1st, 5:30 a.m.
All night
All
long.
night long. Gunshots, glass breaking, screams, shouting. Then silence. It was like Greenwood was holding its breath. Then that whistle. It was a signal, I think. That's what they planned all along, to invade Greenwood at daybreak.
Act 2, Scene 5. On rise, the cafe. Solene paces. The phone rings throughout, occasional sounds of gunfire. Flag illuminated outside. Frank and Leviticus outside firing.
Well, I'm all right. I've been down here and I've been hearing rifle and gunfire all night long. Yes, I'm with my neighbor, Attorney Oliphant. Yes, the white man. We're waiting it out together. Look, I understand that what they're doing is that they order you out of your house, and if you don't come out, well, they drive you out, and then they go in and take whatever they want and set your house on fire.
There goes Billy Nawada in his wagon with his grandchildren. Carloads of folks leaving town. Things getting really bad. I know Sam Shepard piled his whole family up in his sedan and took off. Did you hear that Williams even had his white worker up on top of Dreamland with a rifle? Yeah. And we heard that the KKK had dragged Jimmy out of jail. Did you hear that? Dr. Jackson?
Wait. I see a group of all white boys coming out of my front lawn right now. They're calling for me to come out. Oliphant is standing outside talking with them and telling them who I am, and it seems like he's holding them while he's talking with them, and they're even smiling now. Look, I think they're going to move on. Wait, but no, they want me to come out. Look, I'm just going to walk out there and with my hands raised, and I think I'll be all right, Mother Bowley. Look, I don't think I'm in any danger. But if you don't hear from me, you know what happened.
Dr. Jackson! Dr. Jackson! Oh, the line went dead. I think something might have happened to Dr. Jackson.
Oh no, I hope Maria made it home all right. Dear Jesus, I wish Frank and Leviticus would come back inside.
Poor Jimmy.
Oh, baby, stop torturing yourself. Maybe it didn't happen that way to Jimmy. Maybe he got away from him. They
stormed into the jail. How could he get away? They dragged him out, and you know what they're going to do right now. Oh, God.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, just a boy. His whole life ahead of him. Damie knew something bad was going to happen.
Who do they think they are? Who do they think we are? I mean, how can they treat us like this? How can they kill poor Jimmy? Savages.
It's not all of them, Solene. There are some good Christian white folks in this town. We got to remember that. Surely they won't let this unrighteousness prevail.
Oh, grandmother, please.
No, it's mostly just young riffraff that started this thing. And
they might have started it, but the so-called good white folks that are joining right in, I bet you it was some of Jimmy's customers that the very men whose shoes he shined. I bet you it was them who lynched him, hiding under their white sheets, cowards.
Mr. Pritchard is out there taking pictures of this disaster. Horrible, horrible images. Broken Negro bodies, blood, humiliation. No, I don't want him to develop any more of those photos. These are not the images I hired him to take of Greenwood. This is not my Greenwood. I hired him to take pictures of our magnificence. Dear Mr. Pritchard.
Mother, Greenwood is dead. Jimmy is dead. Everything is dead.
No, don't you dare say that. It's unfortunate about Jimmy Jones, but dear Greenwood is not dead. We've worked too hard. We've worked too hard to show ourselves approved.
Approved to whom, Mother? Approved to whom? God?
To God, to everyone, everybody. We've built our own Black paradise right here. And instead of commending us, they want to bring us low. I can't believe it's come to this.
But we always knew this day would come. No matter what we did or didn't do, ever since we started building Greenwood, deep in our hearts, we knew this day would come. All of our lives, we lived with fear of what they can let loose on us. We knew they would only let us get so far, and then we'd have to pay.
Pay for living well? It's not fair. If they want what we have so bad, then let them have it. It's
Oh no, we ain't giving up nothing without a fight. The men are out there fighting for Greenwood. And we women can't get faint of heart. We gotta fight too. We've been through too many trials and tribulations in this land to let the devil win. But faith in the Lord brought us through it all.
I don't know, Mother Bowley. Maybe Solene is right. Maybe it was better when we had nothing, before they discovered all this oil. Solene, you came into this world of comfort that your father and I created for you, and I thought that having money would lift us all up, but it hasn't made one bit of difference, and we're not equal at all. But because of money, I lost my entire family, and I would give it all to have them back alive again.
Offstage sound of exchange of gunfire, drunken obscenities being shouted, the thud of rocks thrown. Enter Frank with Leviticus following close behind.
Frank!
Dad, are you all right?
You all right?
We're okay. A carload of hoodlums just went by firing shots.
And we returned the courtesy.
Yeah, they're running a scrimmage along Archer. Seymour gave us his ammo. Let's get this box open.
What about Bill? Any word on Bill?
Well, I think he might have been the soldier who sparked it off. White mobster came up to him, asked him where he was going with that gun, nigga. Well, Bill said, I'm gonna use it if I have to. He's all right. He's up on the tower on Mount Zion.
He's in Mount Zion?
Yeah, he and some of the other soldiers. They're protecting the homes on North Detroit. The tower give him good aerial view. He's all right.
Well, I just saw the National Guard marching in.
The Lord!
But I don't know whose side they're on.
Well, what do you mean?
They're supposed to be on our side.
You're supposed to be defending us.
Well, some of them are, but some of them out there are nothing but a bunch of deputized KKK in World War I uniforms. So when one walks up to you, you don't know what you're getting. I saw one of them help a colored man escape from a mob of whites. Then I saw another one shoot a boy down. Look, on the commercial end, like war never happened. They shot him down like war never happened. Running gunfights, mobsters set fires to commercial property, fire trucks, and turned away. Like Greenwood is, they're actually calling Greenwood the enemy.
The enemy?
How can they call Greenwood the enemy?
We're American citizens,
The rumor is out that Mount Zion is a fortress with 20 caskets full of rifles.
What?
Unbelievable. I know. I'm going back out there to get more pictures, to get the story.
Yes, get the story. Tell the world. Take pictures of everything they're doing to us. Write it all down. And Pritchard, take this.
Okay, young man. The Wildcat will be here in a minute to drive you to the airfield. I don't know how things are gonna go with me, so I'm putting my daughter in your hands. This is my daughter, my only child. I trust you to take care of her and deliver her safely to your mother's home. Beyond that, well, that's for you to decide. Just know this, if any harm comes to her by your hand, I'll kill you. Godspeed.
Oh, Father.
And if y'all don't get married, you return her back just the same way you found her.
Yes, ma'am.
This is everything you will need for the short trip. We will be along as soon as we can. We love you. And remember what I taught you.
Yes, Mother. Always put your best foot forward and carry an extra pair of gloves.
Wildcatter.
No, it's not. It's Jimmy.
Jim.
Jimmy.
Well, I declare before the Lord.
Dean, I had to see you one last time.
Jimmy, oh Jimmy.
Let's get the chains off the boy. We thought you were, how'd you get away?
The mob came for me, but one of the deputies, I won't say who, helped me to the second floor. Then I jumped out the window, hurt my ankle a little bit, but I'm okay. And hot on my trail though, I got to get out of town. I just wanted to see Celine.
Oh, you're here and alive. We can live together now.
It won't work.
But you're here and we can make
I'm running against the wind now, Celine. All the plans we made, I can't take care of myself, much less protect you.
Well, stay here then. Hide out until everything blows over. Then we'll figure it out.
Celine, you gotta listen to me.
You listen to me. I'm going with you.
No.
Well, is someone else going with you?
No one. And you can't go with me either.
But how will you manage?
I'm Diamond Dick, remember? I'll be all right. Your mother was right. I'm full of trouble. Nothing's gonna change for me. Ever since I was a boy running from Veneta, Oklahoma, I've been on the run. You can't come with me. What kind of a man would I be to put you in that kind of danger? Nah, you deserve a better man than me. So you go on with him.
What's your plan of escape?
Why should I tell you?
Well, they're not letting any trains come in, but they're still letting freight trains go out. And my boxcars will be moving out soon, and you can get on it. As if you don't mind hiding among a mountain of spuds, it'll take you all the way to Kansas.
It's all right, Jimmy. It's all right.
Come on, Jim. Take this.
Yes, take this.
And take this
Here, take some clothes, Jimmy.
Lord, protect and keep us all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Hello? Hello?
Bye, Celine.
It's Maria. There's fire everywhere. Greenwood is burning.
Sound of shattering glass as rock is thrown. Chairs, tables, barricade, windows, door. Everybody freezes. Gunshot. Frank is wounded in the shoulder. Frank! Gunshot. Sound of angry mob pounding at front door. Burst of light. Witcher torches. Leviticus and Mother Bowley lever their shotguns at door and blast shotguns. Flashes of light. Sounds of a gunfight in Bowley Cafe. Pritchard out in the streets reporting and taking pictures.
Martial law was declared at 11:59 a.m. on June 1st, 1921. Everywhere, the smell of blood, whites armed to the teeth, hanging out of motor cars, firing at will, fires set, telephone and telegraph lines cut so they could wipe out Greenwood without anybody knowing. They blocked all the trains going into Tulsa. They burned everything block by block by block, all night long. Shouts, gunfire, deathly screams, and then an eerie silence. They lulled. It was like Greenwood was holding its breath. In that silence, Frank Smitherman even managed to get out the newspaper. At 9 p.m., the trouble started. By 2 a.m., the thing was done. We didn't know it was the lull before the storm.
Blackout. Act 2, Scene 6. On Rise, June 1st, Wednesday.
walked on glass for Bill. All night long, I searched for him. There was shattered glass everywhere. A group of hooligans spotted me at one point and chased me. I ran so hard. I ran right out of my shoes and cut up my feet all through Greenwood. I saw the mob back trucks up to colored folks' houses. They took money off folks, took jewelry, anything they thought was valuable, they took. I saw oil barons with their hoon hyena wives running down the street with shopping bags, looting the homes of Black doctors and lawyers, even taking Negro women's underwear and the men's silk shirts. Then, all of a sudden, it got quiet. Everybody started to think maybe the danger was over, maybe white folks had got it out of their system. We were grateful that we'd made it through the night. I never did find my Bill that night. I'll never know what he wanted to say to me.
Dr. Jackson was on the telephone with Mother Bowley when the line went dead. He found himself at the mercy of two young white thugs drunk with power, with guns. He went out to them with his hands up. His white neighbor pleaded for his life. Don't shoot him, please, don't shoot. They shot him 3 times. Rejected by the white hospitals, he bled to death on the floor of the convention center.
At 5:30 a.m., I heard a whistle blow. Now, they say there was no whistle, but I know what I heard. I'll never forget it. Suddenly, there was an invasion of whites from everywhere, bombs from planes overhead, raining down sticks of dynamite.
Those walking outside frightened and distressed, changed from ghostly to real, dynamite sticks being dropped.
Greenwood, oh Greenwood, I prayed we would live to see another sunrise. Oh yes, we made it through the long night.
I think the rise played itself out. We took some losses, but I think the storm is over.
Now, we'll see if we can get a hold of Dr. Jackson for you, Frank.
It's not serious, I don't think.
I pray to God Solene and Leviticus were able to make it out safely. Please, Lord. Oh, I hope that Mr. Pritchard fared well. This is what he must write in his report. Once upon a time in America, let it be known in the year 1921, there was a Negro paradise.
Molly, come away from the window. Things aren't safe yet.
A flowering Negro community in Tulsa, Tulsa, Oklahoma called Greenwood. Oh, look, there are the Kinney children. They must have gotten separated from their family. They shouldn't be out there. It's dangerous. Children, get out of the street. Children!
I get them, you stay put.
Frank runs out to them, Molly behind him, dynamite sticks drop.
Molly!
Molly throws herself over the children, saving their lives. Molly is struck.
During the lull, the enemy had organized during the night and was ready for a full-scale invasion. White rage let loose. An invasion, I think that's what they planned all along, to invade Greenwood at daybreak. The colored men put up a gallant fight, fought like tigers, but they were outgunned and outnumbered. They swarmed in on Greenwood to feed and destroy like locusts. In the aftermath of the disaster, all surviving Negroes were placed under arrest and ordered to march down the streets to the convention center downtown with hands up. Only white employers could sign them out for work. And when they went out, they were required to wear green tags to be approved. The dead were dumped unceremoniously into mass unmarked graves. No funeral. Fortunately, I have obtained a copy of the toll of the known dead in the wounded from the Red Cross records.
The funeral for Greenwood's dead begins. Molly, who has died, sings.
Many thousands gone.
Ed Adams, dead, 32, shot through the back. Dr. Jackson, dead, shot 3 times. William Bill Bowley, decorated soldier, shot through the heart. Molly Lena Bowley, death by firebomb. We've had a funeral for Greenwood's dead. But the dream Molly had for the living lives on, a better American dream. Molly's letter concludes, once upon a time, there was a place called Greenwood. Don't let it be forgotten. Greenwood, write our story, Mr. Pritchard. Report the disaster, record the dead, but show all the pretty pictures of the living in their finery, in their elegance, in their progress, strutting down their streets, laughing, loving, living in Greenwood.
Greenwood.
The end. Thank you for enjoying this reading. We hope that you go to ensemblehouston.com to donate and that we see you tomorrow for the community conversation in this same location on Facebook. Also, keep an eye out for our celebrity surprises this week in our weekly online offering. Good night from the Ensemble Theatre, where E is for everyone and everyone counts.